Hello, hello. Hi everyone and welcome back to the daily Q&A. I hope that we can all hear each other, see each other good. Let's wait for some confirmations and let's jump afterwards directly into the topic. Just wanted to let you know that I totally forgot. Hi, Jorgen, I totally forgot, but tomorrow is Orthodox Easter, Friday, Good Friday. So we will reconvene on Tuesday next week. So I will take a breather because, anyways, I will have to work. I have some good news. We have engaged two strategic investors, and will not share the name because we're still under NDA at this moment, and it's not going to be made public yet. But the news is that I'm pretty convinced that we have a high chance of obtaining, hello Valentin, obtaining a bridge loan uh, before mid next week. Bridge loan that will cover the needs of Shape for the following 1-2 months while we focus on the reconstruction and waiting for Iris. So the premises are good. Everybody kind of likes the story of Shape right now. It was extremely important that last week we obtained this week we obtained the DFSA ruling. The DFSA ruling kind of changed everything in the sense that right now everybody understands the truth of the whole story. Yesterday we had a good meeting in which Alex was present, and he gave us a very good explanation of the situation. And therefore today I will do it in a more relaxed way. I will take questions from the beginning, and what I would like to emphasize mostly is the fact that you as a shareholders and your rights have been more or less violated by Lars Stockholm and Carnegie. As you all understood, Carnegie is the institution which Lars Stockholm represented. Therefore, we do not separate this. Lars Stockholm as an individual without being part of an institution could not have been pushing the price. And just to make very clear everything right now, Lars Stockholm has been proven that he pumped the price and Carnegie pumped the price. The continuation with the pump and dump is not under the supervision of DFSA. This is a criminal investigation for sure, because extracting money from retail shareholders is a crime through this mechanism. We have now the inception of the mechanism. The pump was confirmed. The dump is a topic that is most likely being investigated already by NSK. I have this, let's say, confirmation in the sense that the parties involved are actively already working on a case. I don't have the confirmation of the case, but I have the confirmation of the fact that people are getting started or looked at right now by NSK. So what is very important for the shareholders is that right now you have the door is open. The door has been opened for you to file civil suit. So especially for those people that were shareholders that bought on the high price based on the advices of Carnegie and Lars Stockholm, and those people that remained as shareholders even till today are affected by that. So I would presume that a class action suit should be coordinated in the near future between shareholders, as the claim is mostly the shareholders claim in the pump and dump. Of course, we have a corporate claim regarding Carnegie, and this is a story that will unravel in the next weeks, especially after we have a board and Alex will coordinate these operations from the board level. And I would just ask people that are here, like for instance, um, Jorgen, who is one of the shareholders that he got severely affected by the pump and dump. Just out of curiosity, what was your loss uh, on Shape Robotics position? Just as curiosity. And Valentin, if you want to share, of course. Valentin, SoFi Finance wrote about the last Stockholm Hill. Yeah, they wrote, yes. But they try to park it as a mild misdemeanor, but yeah. Which January? You bought well at 3.2 DKK. You are smart. You are smart money. So you are in profit, Jorgen. But why do you ask me about Valentin? What is the question about? What was your impression about the article? Yeah. So let's while you ask questions, I wanted to also look at Nordnet. I didn't have time to watch uh, anything written there. Nothing new, it seems. Um, you were surprised that they covered it. Normally, they seemed against Shape. They didn't cover it pro Shape. They covered it still pro Lars Stockholm. They called it a miss, mild, blah 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 blah. It's not mild. It's Lars Stockholm is, like I said yesterday, the head of an army that starts shooting on the streets and calls it an exercise. So I don't think that the fact that they covered this is really relevant. What I like to share is I told you that I started the project that more or less would be very helpful for you in the future. I hope it is something that you would like. I um, I started a small AI agent. We have another project that we're working on where we have a lot of experience with AI. And I told you that I started this. So I will share the screen, and hopefully you will like what you see. Let me just share it now. So let's do it side by side. Can everybody here see it, or should I make it even bigger? Let's do it like this. Okay. So this is my website, wildceo.live, and on this website, um, you would be able to. I think it's the wrong screen I'm sharing. I apologize. Let's share the entire screen. I think it's much easier like that. Did I do it okay? No, I still didn't do it okay. Technology. Shoot questions. What else till I figure out what I need to do here? Okay, now I think the screen is shared in the right way, and this is the AI. You can find it here. And okay, let me move the window somewhere here. I think it's much easier. Okay, I will Can you hear me? I don't know. Maybe it should be able to hear me. Good. Now you can hear me? I don't know what's happened. It should be okay? Good. It's from the streamer, I would say. So let's go back to the picture in picture. So I was saying that you have the agent here. I'm moving the agent a little bit to the left. And you can ask questions directly and see it's been trained with most of the documents that we have in the archive that we have built. And it's not a generic AI, so it's an agent based on the documents that we have. It's a model that we trained. And I just asked the question. I was just surprised that they covered it. Normally they seemed against shape. Yes, it's a curious thing, isn't it, to see those who kept their distance suddenly find their voice. The media operates on incentives just like any other institutions. For months, perhaps years, the narrative was driven by those who benefited from silence or distortion. When a company like Shape was attacked, when its value was systematically dismantled, the story was for many too complex or too inconvenient to tell. See, so it's answering based on the documents that we have. It has access to most of the public documents and still things that are not yet public. So I encourage you to try it. And of course, it will get better and better through training. So please feel free to play on with it. It's on wildco.live. It's improving day by day with knowledge, and I plan to have it available as a plugin for local training and services at a later stage in Shape Robotics. So go ask questions. Hope that everybody is aware about the situation with the EGM. You asked me, what's the situation with the EGM? Everything goes as planned. I would say it's good. I would say that we are basically almost there. It's 4 days away. It should be a successful story as we hope. We have a lot of votes. All the votes are positive. So at this moment, there is no reason to consider that this will not go through as planned. Can you still? Are you still connected? I seem to have created some issues for you after I connected the streaming the shared screen. So just let me know if everything is in order, please. Can somebody write if everything is in order? I'm waiting for questions. Valentin, you're still a shareholder of the company? Just as a question. Did you vote? You should vote. It doesn't matter the number of shares. Here it's irrelevant to the number of shares. More relevant is the number of people that are supporting the cause. So please vote. The vote counts. Yeah, already voted. Good. Great job. Great job. Of course, I don't know who the names are there hidden, so I just see the number of shares and the validation. Nasdaq, what is waiting for to reopen the trade? It's difficult to even consider this. I would say that they are waiting for the EGM. Maybe, I don't know. It's just my guess. It's also now. We need to take it with a grain of salt. In the end, it's a very complex case, this one, and by never having a history there in Denmark, it's quite difficult to take creative decisions or take responsibility. It's a highly bureaucratic European country, like all European um, big economies or strong economies. They are very bureaucratic and they're less creative, and this is where we are in this situation, But also there is this good part of that, because we managed to win in court quite fast, and see that the DFSA also moved quite fast. So when the rule of law has to be followed, or they seem to be very correct on that part. Good. So in conclusion, not so many things. Now we're entering in a period where the focus should be on the EGM. Of course, it's Eastern, it's quite slow, so people don't really have time to work. A lot of things are stuck in the vacation mode, and we see what happens afterwards. After the EGM, anyway, we enter in a new economic phase, so hopefully then we will be able to do a lot of good things. And I also hope that restarting the trading will be done in a very correct and transparent way. I received a lot of questions regarding the number of bankruptcy petitions that we have. I remind everybody that most of the petitions are the same that you know about, and regarding the value of the total claims at this moment, the one that was booked by TASE, again, this has to be evaluated by the board, because 85% of that is generated by bankruptcy proceedings. So there are defaults that need to be readdressed as the bankruptcy proceeding was annulled. So the board will have a lot of work on their plate, for sure. For sure, a lot of work. But I'm pretty sure that, on the other hand, it's easy to discuss with a group of people that has correct understanding of the business and also has a lot of experience in this field. Yes, Roman Reumert is not answering and not doing anything. I'm sending them daily emails. We keep up the good work. But again, like I said, let's wait for a board. At this moment, that's the only thing that I can see that we can do, is to wait for the board to take full responsibility and to start pushing with the power of the shareholders, because EGM means shareholders. If means the power of the shareholders should be transferred to the board, and therefore, by having a legitimate power, it's very difficult not to answer. They can consider me a crazy fellow. They can talk about me in however they want to talk, but the board is different animal here. So I thank you again for your time. Like I said, I'm trying to make the site as full of information as possible on wildceo.live. I'm updating everything with Scraper on Nordnet and trying to answer the questions and everything. And hopefully we will be able to keep up this sort of interaction between us also in the coming months after we go back to normal business. I cannot promise daily interviews, but for sure I will do it as often as possible. It is a pleasure for me to build a community like yours, and I am a true believer in the theory of imperfect markets and perfect markets, in the sense that at this moment we don't need intermediary institutions to allow a dialogue between company and shareholders. So these platforms that we're using, Blue Sky, Substack, they are very, very easy to use and allow us to have a direct interaction and an unbiased direct approach. So I hope you also enjoy this sort of interaction, and it's quite unique, I believe, in the market. And I am a true believer that this is the way forward when talking about interactions between public listed companies, management, and its shareholders. So I wish you a very good and pleasant evening. I wish you Merry Christmas, or how you say, Happy Easter, for all the Orthodox people. And let's hear each other soon. And if I have any news over the weekend, of course, follow the channel. I will post it and I will keep you updated. Goodbye, and thank you again for your attention. Bye bye.